Welcome back. It may be Monday, but fret not, we're with you. GRTV Christmas show is back on track. And Benk, why don't you tell us what we're looking at today?
Well, it's Monday, as you said, and we thought we'd brighten everyone's Monday by making a segment that's looking forward to the next year and the brightest hits of next year. And basically, we're going to ask a couple of editors each Monday what their favorite games for 2012 are and what they're most excited about. So
We've got our first two up now. Let's see what they say.
And we're back!
We're back! Yes, indeed. To start off, well, to kickstart our 2012 top threes across the editors.
What better way?
Than us delectable deviants. We shall be talking about our top three, but in a sort of MTV music stylo, we will be doing it from 3 to 1. Old school, baby. Bengt, number 3, please.
Number 3 is a game that probably a lot of you have as number 1, I would believe. Diablo 3 from Blizzard. Obviously, the game has been long awaited. More than 10 years, I think, people have waited for this game. And I can't wait to get my loot, get my experience, and then just grind it off with friends online and then get that whole Diablo experience that really, even though there's a lot of clones out there, nothing can beat the original, really. So, very excited about that one.
Cool. That sort of sounds, actually, sort of what you're describing about a return franchise, and there's no one can actually beat that experience. That's actually my third choice for 2012, which is actually Wipeout 2048.
Oh, we won't have to wait that long.
No, it's about a stone's throw away in metaphorical, daily, calendar terms. But I went hands-on with it a couple of times throughout 2011 and on the PS Vita, and basically it's got that classic Wipeout experience. Anybody that's played Pure and Fury will know what they expect here. But the great thing with Wipeout, that's never a bad thing. Because, okay, it's try to retrofit the history of the series, hence the title of 2048. So you're actually, instead of all these beautiful, soaring anti-grav through clouds and stuff like that, you're now at the dark, dingy end of towns and cities and stuff, like showing where the actual anti-grav league grew up, per se. And I can't think of anything better, well, maybe apart from Uncharted, to really showcase what the PS Vita can do.
Well, I've tried it as well, and I think it's shaping up nicely. So for number 2, my number 2.
Your number 2, what is your number 2?
Well, that's another game that's probably number 1 for a lot of
You're
people.
You're going to get so much hate mail.
All right, Game of the Year or Game of the Show at E3, I think by most standards. Most everyone had it as Game of the Show. BioShock Infinite. Hopefully we'll make it out next year. We don't really know. They haven't really revealed any date or anything like that. But I think 2012, latter part of it, looking a likely suspect for that release. And it's just a roller coaster ride. I mean, it's easy to say when you're actually going on like a roller coaster ride thingy. But it just, from what we've seen of it so far, it's just absolutely immersive and so much storytelling and so much action going on, and yes, the world is just something that you want to explore. It's just like the feeling you got when I first saw BioShock, and just how amazing that world was. Columbia is just a gaming world that you want to explore.
I think it's one of those things that it does have a it feels like it's got the foundations that made the original BioShock so fantastic, but it feels like a true sequel, almost like a true franchise sequel.
Yeah.
Obviously not, we've had BioShock 2 and stuff like that, but this feels like it's a continuation of everything that made the original BioShock phenomenal, and it feels entirely new, like you said. But there's elements to it that you'll expect and from Irrational that will showcase this. And I think the same thing actually is going to be a shoe-in for next year's top charts, definitely, if it does come out.
Hopefully,
fingers crossed. Talking about sequels, for me, number 2 is actually a title that I actually don't think is getting enough buzz at the moment, and I think that will change once people actually see it in action, because it was very much the same with me, which is Prey 2. Now, obviously not for the original Prey out many years ago now, and a sequel to it maybe didn't quite have the same pool of other sequels announced. But at Gamescom, I actually sat in for a little 25-minute presentation of the game running, and it completely blew me away. There's no portals in it anymore, but basically what you are, you play as a bounty hunter, a human that's been lifted off Earth during the events of the original Prey, and it takes place a few years later where he's settled into an alien world. And it's basically Blade Runner, right? And I detest anybody referring to any sci-fi style bounty hunter thing as Blade Runner because it seems too easy, right?
Yeah.
But it's Blade Runner, the game. You've got park door moments where it's sort of like elements of Mirror's Edge almost, as you're chasing down targets, but you have like an open city where you can talk to informants, pick up quests, all the usual sort of stuff you get with open world, but it looks brilliant. I mean, I was so blown away. You talk about BioShock Infinite being gorgeous, and I think this is almost going to be like the underdog of the FPS market next year, but I honestly think when that comes, it'll blow people away.
All right.
So number one, should we do a countdown?
Countdown and we say our number one?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Mass Effect 3. All right.
Yeah.
That was kind of awkward.
Yeah, well...
I hate it when that happens. It's like when you're wearing the same dress as your co-star.
Yeah, wearing dresses. You would know about that.
That's for a future episode.
Yeah, hopefully not. But yes, Mass Effect 3. What more do we really need to say about it? I mean, you've heard of it. Anybody that's come off the previous two games are very, very eager to find out how the story wraps up.
I mean, that's really the thing about it. If you play the first two games and you've carried the story through for hundreds of hours, you can't really be more, you know, you can't wait for a game more than this to sort of tie all the loose ends, all the decisions that you made. For me, it's just, you know, it's going to be a brilliant game, but that just takes it over the top. And that experience that runs through hundreds of hours and years of your life and you know, just looking into that sort of, yeah, it's going to be amazing. And I'm playing Mass Effect 2 now to get my second save file for Mass Effect 3. So I got one good girl, one bad girl, and one good guy going. So it's going to be very interesting, and it's going to be very interesting to see how my love interests also tie together in the final chapter.
This feels like it's for another episode again, but and not long to wait either.
No,
not long to wait. Well, that's basically our top three. So we'll hand it back to those two beautiful hosts of the Xmas show, Bengt and Gillen. Damn, man, they were two handsome lads.
Well, I think it's all downhill from here, but there will be other editors every Monday giving you the best, the most anticipated games of 2012. So look forward to that. And if we missed out on any of your favorite games, maybe some of them will have those on their lists.
But for now, it is, as with every show,
hat time.
So we like to call it the friendly, warm hug that is a video trailer in your eyes.
Welcome to the second installment of From Dust, the developer's diary. Today we are going to explore the art direction of the game, the visual style and inspirations that give From Dust its distinctive look and feel. In a world simulation where nature is one of the major actors, our artists look to our world as the key visual inspiration of the game. They research places like the Yemen island of Socotra with its abundant plant life, the Central Sahara with its otherworldly dunescapes, and the lagoon archipelagos of Polynesia with their limpid seas. Not to mention the creative director's awesome photos of volcanoes erupting at his feet. A rich and contrasting color palette was used to express all the beauty, diversity, and dangers harbored by the world of From Dust. In addition to studying real, unique, and contrasting ecosystems, the team worked with science fiction author Lauren Genfal, who has created many imaginary worlds and species for his own novels. The game universe grew deeper and more real, familiar yet strangely beautiful. The world of From Dust is peopled with men seeking knowledge from their forgotten past. Again, the team researched real tribes, mainly from Africa and New Guinea, and incorporated their own mix of exotic cultural influences to haunting effect. The people from dust wear masks from birth to death. These are a powerful visual symbol in the world. We invite you to discover From Dust and immerse yourself in a world as exotically beautiful as it is dangerous. A universe where nature reclaims what is hers. And you are your people's only chance for survival.
And we're back. So the question today is, what did the developers look for inspiration in From Dust?
And if you think you know the answer, or just want to talk to us so much, what you can do is...
You won't actually answer it.
I might. I got stuff to do. Well, I haven't got stuff to do this Christmas. That's why I need friends. Send an email to us. Send it to xmas@gamereactor.eu. Put the answer in the subject line of the email. You have...
Open to everyone?
Open to everyone across all country borders and whatnot. Anyone in the company can... anyone in the company. Anyone...
Actually, we're the only ones excluded.
Yeah, we're the only ones excluded, unfortunately, which is a very sad day. But you have until tomorrow's show to enter.
Exactly.
Actually, until tomorrow's show, that's us wishing you a bonny day. Hope you enjoy yourself, and also what you can win for today's compo, we'll show you right now.